decided today to seek out some snow, and I had a look at the map and looked at where it was snowing and where it was likely to snow and or accumulate. And so we are coming to northwest Pennsylvania. We are going back to Erie, Pennsylvania, because they get a lot of lake effect snow. And one of our favorites, if not the favorite that we have in terms of bakeries, is in Erie. It's called Art, so we'll go back to that one. And yeah, my mouth's watering already in anticipation.
They had the most delicious rolls that were so fresh, and the cookies, and the prices were amazing. So yeah, we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, and then we're going to try and find ourselves another spot in the Allegheny National Forest to go for a bit of a hike, and also to stay the night and munch on some good bakery stuff. Yeah. So
What does it say about a person if they're driving 6 hours just to go back to a bakery? I don't know.
it is one of our favorites. We've been to a lot of bakeries, and we intend to go to a lot more. But yeah, this was a good bakery. This was a really good bakery, so we're heading back. Well, good morning from a Walmart parking lot in somewhere near State College in Pennsylvania. So this is the Walmart parking lot, and over here is some of the remainder of the RVs and things that were here last night. When we came in, granted we came in late, there were probably 50, I think at least 50, when we just did a rough estimate of RVs and stuff in this parking lot. They were everywhere. And the only thing I could assume was that there was a Penn State game today, because we're just outside State College. And then I saw a sign over here, and it said that it does shuttles to the game and that kind of stuff. So it must be a Penn State game, which is why everyone's here. But yeah, it's a cold, as in below freezing, but it's the wind. There's a bit of a wind, and it's really icy. That's gonna, make things pleasant for today, if you like that kind of thing. So we were just commenting that it's nice to drive in this kind of a landscape. Mountains around us, snow on the ground. We like it. We do like the mountains. And where we're from in Delaware, there are no mountains. None. Absolutely none. So, yeah, this is nice to see. We're here. Let's go and get some good food.
I'm going to show you what we got at Arts. I got a blueberry scone with icing. This is a raisin filled cookie. Josh got that. He loves them. We both like the Buckeyes. There was 6. I just ate one while I was unpacking. These are pepperoni rolls. We shared one on the drive over. This is a pastry. I'm not sure what the flavor is. I think it's raspberry. These are just those regular fresh rolls for sandwiches, or I got a dozen cookies, chocolate chip. I might have taken a bite. I'm not sure what happened there. And then this is called a lobster roll. It's a pastry that has like a cream filling. So I'm getting ready and make us some soup. He just took Sophie for a walk. And then, yeah, so I think last video we had 2 items that were $24. We got all this for $33. They have really good prices in there. So pretty excited.
Just finishing up the last of the soup. So must have had some. And Kelly's already ready for a nap back there. She's like, I'm ready for a nap. I'm like, all right, well, she can sleep as I drive us to the forest.
I ate so much.
And by so much, she means a bowl of soup. And a roll. Which I've had, and she shared hers with this one as well, because she was very much pestering. But I'm going to finish the last of the soup, which is here in my bowl. And then I'm going to try some of the goodies from our haul in here. Yum. Yum, yum. All right, so Kelly's going to try and climb up this snowdrift. She wanted to do it without me videoing it, but I said, no, you have to wait, because if you fall in, I want to catch it on video in case she crashes through it or something. Soph's got no trouble on there. She's so light.
Look, she's sitting down. Look, Daddy's going to take our picture.
Now we're getting somewhere. The roads are getting more snow. Getting smaller. I like it. Not quite dirt tracks yet, but we're getting there. We like to get out and about and get away from everything. We're starting to do that. It's a winter wonderland we're driving through now. Arrived in this wonder spot, little winter wonderland. Yeah, it's nice. We were here before, and we actually camped back in there before, but I'm not sure what sort of state that is in the moment, especially with the snow. So we're going to stay here where it's a little bit harder packed underfoot. And yeah, we're going to enjoy it. It's a lovely evening. We're going to get up early tomorrow morning and go for a walk in this winter wonderland. And so we're just going to hold up here and, you know, hunker down where it's warm. In the meantime, Sophie's out here doing a wander around the camp, having her little bit of fun, doing her business and checking out what's around, all the smells of foxes or whatever that may be around. Where'd she go? There she is. So yeah, we're gonna have a lovely evening, snug up in the van and enjoy ourselves. Here comes Kelly back from the head. What a goofball.
I love the cold. I love the cold. I love the cold. This is my happy cold day.
It is cold. I mean, the high, well, right now, what's the temperature around here? Like 17 degrees or something? So, yeah, it's a bit cool.
It's so pretty though. The snow
is
is
nice. And it's not icy. It's actually kind of an almost dry, powdery kind of thing because it's never gotten warm enough for it to melt yet. So it's still quite nice underfoot.
we made the first footprints down there.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. So, all right, we're going to snuggle in where it's warm.
I think we need a cup of tea and more desserts.
Ooh, twist my rubber arm.
So we just got to our site. You just saw us parking, and now we just came in and took our shoes off, and looks like our gray tank may have frozen, or it's full. So now
It's 15 degrees out there.
Josh is driving, and we're gonna have to go try to properly empty this with the hopes that it does drain. I guess you can see it on there. It's backed up. This is a first, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, that's frozen.
I've never been somewhere that, because our gray water tank is underneath the van and it's exposed, you know, to the elements. It's outside, so it doesn't matter how hot we have it in here. So anyway, that's what we're gonna try to do. Hope we can get it emptied.
So we have our cup of tea, and Kelly has her blueberry scone. So I'm sure Sophie will be trying to have a little bit of that. But try it and tell me what you think.
It has a lot of icing on it.
Yeah. How is it? Is it tasty?
Yeah, it is. I taste more icing than anything. It looks, it feels a little bit dry. Let me try.
Somebody's wanting to give their taste test.
Nice and cakey.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
You're getting a little demanding, aren't you?
And I have this, it's basically a cherry turnover. So in the corner's broken off it, but that's okay. Had that with a cup of tea. And it should be yum, yum, and yum. And somebody's very disappointed she's missing out. Well, good morning. We are all here, and it got cold last night. How cold did it get, Kelly?
9
9 degrees.
degrees.
9 degrees. Got so cold that, let me show you here. The top of those two temperatures, 35 degrees, is what it is in our garage, where our water is, where our batteries are. And neither of those do well in cold. Matter of fact, you're not supposed to charge this type of lithium battery below freezing. So we're just on that cusp. But our water pipes froze. It's not cold enough for our water tank to freeze, but our pipes, which are, you know, much smaller in diameter, froze. So we've got no water this morning. And we still have our sink full of water from last night. So we've got a couple of issues to solve. First thing I did was I turned the fans on. Let me show you them. Those small fans there at the back on the left and right, I turned them around and then pointed them down, so they're blowing hot air down the gap back there into the garage. And the idea of that is that it's going to, that warm air is going to push down there and displace that cold air, warm that up, and eventually unfreeze the pipes. Which, you know, is a good thing. Because we don't want, well, we don't want a water leak. And frozen pipe potentially can create a water leak. I'm pretty confident we use PEX. I'm pretty confident PEX can take a light freeze. It's not going to leak. But we'd still rather not do that. So we're trying to warm it up down there. And because of that, I've done a few things to warm it up in here. Because when I got up this morning and it was 52 degrees in here. We had the heater going all night, but 52 in here. And the reason it was so cold is because I had the fans running, our ceiling fans. And so I turned the one off that was bringing cold air in. And it warmed up in here a lot. It probably warmed up another 10 degrees or more. And I've just turned the other fan that was extracting air out off as well. so that it stops pulling warm air out, and then that'll hold the heat in here and allow that heat to build up more. And then we're pushing it all down towards the garage to heat up what's down there.
A balmy 64 is what we're at.
Yeah, it's nice in here. Not bad at all. It's not bad at all. So that's kind of what I've done to help, I guess, bolster the heat in here, and especially to get that heat down below. And then we'll see how that goes over time to warm things up. In the interim, I'm gonna probably take the 4-footed critter for WALK. I don't want to say it because she'll be too excited. But I want to take her for that. It'll probably be a short one because I don't think she's going to handle the cold very well. We've got a jacket for her. That's not the issue. It's her feet, especially in the snow. So I don't think she's going to last very long. So I'm going to take her for that. Kelly's going to stay here and hold down the fort. And yeah, we'll go from there. Bye, Mommy. We'll be back.
Bye.
All right, we are out in this winter wonderland, and Miss Soph's got her jacket on, ready to go, aren't you? All right, Carol, let's go. Let's go for a walk. Oh, it's starting to snow slightly. I don't know if you can see that. The camera's picking it up. Just a really light flurry, and yeah, it's all good. All right, Carol, let's go, Carol. Let's go, Carol. All right, this is where the tracks end. The car had been here down this little trail. But it's all pristine up here. There's no footprints, there's no nothing. So I think it's just Soph and I. We're going to come up here through this gate and come down this trail. All right, it's a winter wonderland down here. And I did say it was going to be a short walk. Somebody's already lagging behind. She does not like the cold. Again, it's her feet. Her jacket keeps her plenty warm, but her feet are cold and she does not like it. But she doesn't want to miss out. See, look at her. She's standing back there like, can we go back now? Can we go back now? Lifting her back paw up. It's cold. All right, we'll take you back. We'll take you back and you and Mommy can sit in the warmth. How's that? Hey, let's go back. And she charges ahead. She's way up there now. She's like, all right, let's go back. Let's go back. I'm all for that. Oh, that's funny. Yep, she is not handling this cold. But I can understand that. She's basically running around in bare feet. And it's cold out. It's 9 degrees this morning. It may have gone up to 10 by now, but it's cold. And this snow makes it even more so underfoot for her, I imagine. But that's okay. Yeah, I know. You're cold, aren't you? All right. You're definitely not a husky, huh? Here we are, come back to the van. And don't know if you can see it. See if we can get closer. Kelly's sitting there in the passenger seat doing all of her reading. Giving a princess wave. And Sophie's here, ready to go back in. All right, we'll let her in. So I have, I put Soph back in the van where she's warm with Kelly. And I've come back out here. And there's something beautiful about being in the woods when it's snowing. There's just a silence you don't get anywhere else. So let me show you what I'm looking at and listen to the silence. I've been looking for tracks to see what's around. The only thing I can find is deer. So here's some deer tracks. They appear to be at least a day old, maybe more. So that's the only thing I've really been finding is deer. Haven't seen anything else out here. Not even rabbit or fox or bear. Nothing else. So these woods are pretty empty at the moment. But it's beautiful that they are. Okay, I don't know how clear these are coming out, but this is fox. Trail going through there. It's obviously looking like everything else is for what's possible to eat out here because there's not a whole lot out here. And I can see places where the deer have been pawing at the snow to get what's underneath to try and find things that are edible, but there's not a whole lot of edible out here at the moment. At least certainly not visible. But it is majestic and it is enjoyable, but not if you're left dependent on foraging in it. Alright, so I'm heading back to the van now, going a different route than I came down, and I'm relying on dead reckoning to find my way back, because there's no trail markers or signposts or anything like that, so I'm just using my sense of direction where I think is the right way to go to take some of these trails to get back. So hopefully I'll be there in a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna probably get underway pretty quickly so we can get back to Delaware. It's probably about a 6-hour drive or so to get back there, so it's about mid-morning now. So it'd be nice to be back there before dark, so that's our aim. Alright, we're making it back just through the trees there. You can see the little toilet block. This is, I guess, a bit of a misnomer. It's just a couple of long drops, but we are back here at the parking lot. This is the trail that Soph and I originally went out on, so I found my way back, and we will be in the van warming up in no time. You can just see it through the trees there because it's cold out here, and I've been sticking my hands in my pockets the whole time, but I got no gloves on, and even holding the camera here is quite cold. But you can see the van. That's where we're headed. We are leaving now, but we're gonna have a little bit of fun when we leave. You don't often get a parking lot full of snow.
Whoa!
Don't always see a big van doing donuts either.
Ah!
In 100 feet, turn right onto FS 232. Take the next right onto FS 232.
Okay, that's it.
In 200 feet, turn right onto FS 232.
Now we're gonna really do it because the traction control is gonna be turned off. Now we can do some donuts.
Oh man. Whoa.
In 150
All right.
feet, turn right onto FS 232.
That's a little bit of
Take the
fun.
next right onto
Just,
FS
you know,
232.
This is our house. We don't want anything to fall apart on us.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Pennsylvania 948 South.
Because it smells bad.
Oh.
Maybe there's like some broccoli stuck down there or something.
Could be. All right. And the poor GPS was having conniptions because we were going circles. It kept saying go left, go right, go here, go there. All right. And we're heading off.
Stop at a medical aid unit. Address my whiplash.
Well, we are off now. We're on the highway home. Still a bit of a winter wonderland out there. Still a lot of snow and stuff around. But we were driving long enough to get the inside temperature up, especially in the garage, so the pipes have thawed out, which is always a plus. And so we have running water again. The sink is still clogged, but I think that's a clog, not a freeze. And I'm gonna have to work on that later, I think. Either take it apart or stick a snake down there to help clear it, one or the other. But that's a whole different story. But everything that was going wrong earlier, not wrong, but things that were needing to be fixed, like the frozen pipes, the temperature in the garage area, because that affects not only the pipes, but also it affects the batteries. And the batteries need to be above freezing as well, so that they'll take a charge. Otherwise you can do some damage to your batteries. So anyway, those things are fixed. We are happy about that. We are on our way. It's warm and toasty in here. And yeah, we're happy campers. So we are going to sign off the video here and say thanks again for watching. And yeah, we'll see you out there.
See you out there.
Good morning. We are back in Middletown, and Kelly has gone to the gym this morning. I've just walked and fed Sophie, and now I get to try and fix, where are we? This sink, which still has water in it. So I'm going to go and get some stuff out of the back. We're going to have to unload the back, and we've already partially unloaded the sink. There's some stuff out here, but I have to go and unload the back and get to a few supplies, which is not a big deal, except it's 15 degrees outside, so I guess I have everything open up for that time, which makes it a little cold in here afterwards. So that's gonna be fun, but yeah, nothing for it but to get it done. All of that to get this. She's ready. All right, inside where it's at least a little bit warmer, huh? Yeah, I know, you're cold, huh? I get it. I get it, good girl. All right, Daddy's gonna work on this sink, okay? You stay up there and get warm. So this is currently what the underneath the sink looks like. Kelly pulled out a bunch of stuff and stuck a bucket in there with a towel to help stop the leak. She did that this morning before she left. So, yeah. Because I did, last night I actually pulled off this U-bend here and cleaned it out. And things are still not flowing from the sink, but I think it's because it's frozen further down the pipe where it goes into the gray water tank. But the U-bend is leaking, so that's what I'm fixing now, and hopefully it'll be very quick. All right, that is the water that was in the pipe that's come out. It's back together, and I've put some plumbing tape on there to help seal them up. And yeah, that'll be that. Now to put everything back in here and get moving so we can be on time for Kelly. That'll be the fun part. All right, everything is back under the sink. I stuck a plastic bag around the U-bend in case it leaks again. The bag will catch it and it won't drip everywhere else. So that's the plan for now. And yeah, now we gotta get moving. All right, we are headed to the park to get Kelly set up for the day. This is the frost in the window. Now this is unusual for us because the heater's going in here. Now we have the front curtained off, but that's the difference between the back and the front. It's 70 degrees in the back, but the front has still got frost on it. So that curtain does insulate quite well, but there's frost everywhere here, which is again unusual because the heater's going, but it's so cold, it was enough to give us frost. Nice dealing in the wet ground and 20-degree weather, playing with water.
This is a not so fun part of cleaning up after a winter adventure. All the salt. Run into a little snag.
Well, this is actually not foam on the brush. It's ice.
The door handles are frozen too.
Yeah, it's cold.
That was miserable, wasn't it?
That's one way to describe it.
Our hands are like ice. I think my nail beds are blue.
Mine are going to be on that They actually hurt coming back into the warmth. They're quite painful and tingly.
You did it, no gloves.
They were completely numb. But now, coming back into the heat, all the heat's coming into them. And now they just hurt.
Pins and needles.
No, they just hurt. There's no pins and needles, just all pain. Ooh. All right, now I gotta get these boots off, which is gonna be just as fun.